Hey, welcome back to At Home Songwriting. I'm Chad Shank hanging out with you today. And I just wanted to talk at you a little bit. You know, a lot of songwriters that I talk to, they're in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, maybe even their 60s and above. You know, you've lived a whole life, you've worked your jobs, you've raised families, you've cared for people, you've built careers, and you've walked through the heartbreaks, the joys, all of those things that we feel in life. And all of that is gold for songwriting. But here's the challenge. When you finally sit down with your guitar or your notebook, instead of those songs just pouring out that frustration, all of that sort of bad voices show up. You know, that voice in your head that whispers, you're behind, you should have started earlier, you don't have what it takes, you're too old, who are you kidding? You know, that voice, I think we all have it. I definitely know that voice. I'm 47 years old and I've been making music since we were recording on cassettes. And back in the day, I learned how to edit by splicing tape and dubbing songs off the radio. So I've had times where I thought I knew it all. I've had times where I haven't learned a damn thing. And there's times where I felt like I didn't know what to do. There's times that I felt like I knew exactly what to do. And the truth is, both can be and have been true. And that's really the songwriter's journey, right? What I've learned over the years is this, that creativity, it's not something that you have and it's not something that you lose. It's a muscle and you can strengthen it if you use it a little bit each day, right? So even if you haven't used that muscle for a while, you can strengthen it every time you use it. And even when it feels awkward, and even if you feel frustrated. So these days, I am teaching music, but I'm definitely a forever student of songwriting and the craft of songwriting. And I truly believe that this is a craft that you can improve. And I'm proof of that. And I don't just do it because of money, though money can be nice, right? Like sometimes when you say, I don't do this for money, people get all worked up and they say, why shouldn't an artist be paid? I'm not saying that. This is something that I do, and this is probably something that you do just because you love it and you have to do it. So even now, as I'm 47 years old, pleasantly plump, a little bit overweight, I'm juggling a day job, juggling life just like everybody else. I'm getting to release new music, and I'm ready to release new music. Some people say that the music industry is a young person's game. Maybe parts of it are, but I think we all have something to say. And you know what? I'm releasing music because it's fun. And, you know, I can't not do this. And I also hope that I, in a weird way, can be a little bit of inspiration for you as well. So if you're watching this channel feeling a little bit blocked or doubting yourself, let me give you some mindset shifts that have kept me going through the years. First off is focus on the process, not the outcome. The joy in all of this is in the creating, not the chasing validation. When you fall in love with the act of writing, that flow state shows up. Also, embrace imperfection. Give yourself the permission to write crap songs. And each one of those crap songs is a time capsule of who you were in that moment. It's not who you are going to be. It's not the last song that you're going to write. The more you create, the more you grow. And here's a big point in our busy society, our busy world right now. Protect your small windows of time. So life is busy, but 10 to 15 minutes can really help you put some work into your craft. So maybe it's 10 to 15 minutes before work, maybe it's after dinner, maybe it's before bed. All of that counts. Consistency matters more than having a whole free day. So try to find those little moments and do that consistently. Also, don't be afraid to recharge your creativity. If you feel drained, step back. It's okay. Go for a walk. Take a shower, let your subconscious keep working. Some of the best ideas sneak up on us when we're not even trying. So maybe that's taking a nap. Maybe that's going for a walk. Maybe that's going for a drive, taking a shower. Pay attention to those things that show up as you're falling asleep, as you're waking up. Take notes and pay attention to your subconscious. Also, don't be afraid to tap into your emotions. Fear, doubt, sadness, even anger. Don't always push them away. Channel those things into your songs. That's where your raw honesty can come from. And some powerful songs that connect with other people can come from that place as well. Because emotions are what we have in common. Our stories might be different, but the emotions we feel are the same. Also, I think this is really key, especially for those of us who are getting older, which is all of us, right? Experimentation is key. And experiment like you're a beginner. Write with one chord, or maybe use sense-based language, or write in a style that you don't like, or maybe a style that you haven't touched before. Curiosity and trying new things can keep the spark alive, and you might stumble into something great. And this is really key too. Claim your identity. So what do I mean by this? So say out loud, I am a songwriter. I am a songwriter. Your brain follows your words. And yes, you are a songwriter, even if your voice gets shaky when you say that. And that brings me to imposter syndrome. That's that feeling that you're too old, you're too late, you're not good enough. That's not a stop sign. It's actually a sign that you are growing. Nobody feels like an imposter when they're standing still. You feel this because you're stretching, you're stepping into new territory, and that is 100% a green light to keep going. So when you feel that weird sensation, that's your key that you're on the right track. So listen, if you're 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and plus, it's not too late. In fact, this might be your time to shine. You've got something to say that nobody else can, because nobody's lived your story. So songwriting doesn't have to be another chore on that huge to-do list, right? It can be the release valve. It's that space where you enjoy life and you connect with something bigger than yourself. It's where you process this life and where you reconnect with your inner self. So be sure to connect that little corner of your life. Lower the stakes. Write for one person, maybe a younger version of yourself, maybe a friend, or maybe just write for the joy of it, right? When that frustration shows up, remember, it's not proof that you're failing. It's proof that you're in the arena and doing the work. And if you keep showing up, even in small ways, that flow and that creativity will find you. So I'm 47, still figuring it out, still releasing music, and still falling in love with the process. And here's the thing, you can too. Because the world doesn't need another perfect song. The world needs your song. And that's the only one that you can write. So I hope watching this reminds you that you have something special and your creativity isn't gone. You just haven't used the muscle. So if this connects with you, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're struggling with. I can try to make future videos on topics that might be of help to you. But I appreciate you for watching At Home Songwriting, and I hope that you enjoy this next video.